7 surprising things you probably didn't think to bring with you on your Alaskan cruise. Plus, 5 essentials that you want to make sure that you are bringing. All of this in today's video. Hi, everyone. Welcome back. I'm Tiffany Perry with TP's Travels. Let's get to it. I did a 5-week back-to-back Alaskan cruise on the Carnival Luminosa in July and the beginning part of August. So there were a few items that were surprising that I would need. And then there were some things that was like, duh, of course you're going to need those. Item number 1, sunglasses. And you're probably thinking, well, duh, of course, you're going to need sunglasses. The weather was anywhere from the mid 50s to the mid 70s. We had some pretty warm days in Juneau and Skagway towards the end. It was really nice weather some of the days, but we did have some foggy days and some overcasted days. And that's when I didn't think the sunglasses would be needed as much. I was really kind of shocked at how bright it was on those foggy days. There were even several people on the cruise ship who were surprised at how bright it was outside when it was so foggy. We couldn't even see the water hardly. It was just so foggy at sea. So definitely make sure you have your sunglasses when you're out on the deck and walking around, even on foggy day. Now, another time that you need your sunglasses is going through the fjord. We went through Tracy Arm Fjord 4 times and Endicott Arm 1 time. So every Monday we were going through the fjord, and sunglasses were definitely needed when I was outside looking at the icebergs and when we got towards the glacier. Just that sun reflecting off of the glaciers, it made it a lot brighter outside, and definitely sunglasses when you are outside looking at the glaciers and the icebergs. Now, unfortunately, I did not get a chance to do a glacier excursion. It was booked. Well, you can watch this video here and see what happened and why it was canceled. But I did get a chance to talk to everybody to see how much they enjoyed it when they went on their excursion. And they did all tell me it was really bright when they got out there and walked around on the glacier. So definitely, if you get a chance to book a glacier excursion, make sure you bring your sunglasses. The next thing on the list that might surprise you, and I didn't bring it, and I really should have known better. I did so much research, looked at the weather, and really reviewed what Alaska was going to be like before I went, is sunscreen. If you're going in the summer months, you definitely want to make sure you have some sunscreen with you. A lot of people think icebergs and glaciers when they're thinking of Alaska. And the fact of the matter is, in the summer months, it can actually reach 80 degrees in Alaska. Now, the sun is pretty harsh in Alaska, and you definitely want to make sure you're protecting your skin. We did have a couple of days in Juneau and Skagway where it said it was only going to reach the mid 70s, but it actually got to like 78 to 81 a couple of those days. So definitely want to make sure you have some sunscreen and you're protecting your skin. The days are a lot longer in Alaska. You're around the end of June is going to be where you're going to have some of your longest hours of day in Juneau, which is where most cruises cruise to. And you're going to see around 18 to 19 hours of daylight in the end of June. Going into the beginning of July, you'll still have around 18 hours of sunlight. Then it's going to start going down to around 16 to 15 hours towards the end of July, 1st of August. That's still a lot of sunlight. So you definitely want to make sure that you're protecting your skin and wearing some sunscreen. Okay. Next on our list is number 4. Number 4, I did not bring it with me. I wish I had. It would have made such a difference, is mosquito repellent. We tried to go hiking in Juneau, and we had to turn around and come back. The mosquitoes were everywhere, and I'm pretty sure the flies were biting us too. It was crazy. And I was one of those people who think of Alaska as, you don't really need bug spray or mosquito repellent in the summertime. Wrong. You definitely need mosquito repellent in the summer months in Alaska. When I was talking to our naturalist on the ship, she said, yes, the mosquitoes can be pretty aggressive here in Alaska. So definitely make sure you bring some mosquito repellent, especially if you plan on doing any hiking. Number 5 on the list, and I didn't bring this, and you're probably going to say, well, duh, Tiffany, it's Alaska. Why are you not bringing these? Gloves. Nope, I didn't bring any gloves. And the reason I didn't bring any gloves is because we were there in July in the beginning of August. And the majority of the time, the weather was in the high was mid 70s, but it was anywhere from mid 50s to the mid 70s. And I didn't think that warranted needing gloves. So I was definitely wrong on our fjord days. When I was out on the deck and looking at the icebergs early in the morning, because you get there around 7 o'clock in the morning and you want to get out there and see those gorgeous views. My hands were so numb and freezing from taking pictures or holding the binoculars. I definitely wished I had some gloves. And definitely from here on out, I'm not only going to bring gloves, but I'm going to bring some tech gloves so that when I'm on my phone or anything like that, I can make sure I keep my hands warm and I can still be on my phone while I'm outside at the deck. Now, I probably would have really wished I had gloves if we had gotten a chance to go on that glacier excursion. One of the ladies I was talking to on her glacier excursion, when I told her I didn't have any gloves, she said, yes, you definitely would have needed gloves on the glacier excursion. So definitely make sure you have a pair of gloves with you, even though it's summertime. The next thing on my list is probably not really a surprise as much as really just a preference, and that's a sleeping mask. I brought a sleeping mask with me, knowing how long the days are. And if I wanted to get to bed early at night, it was sometimes kind of hard to because one night it was still daylight at 11 o'clock in the evening and the sun was still setting around midnight. And then turn around, the sun is coming back up close to 4 a.m. So if I wanted to go to bed early before midnight, it was kind of hard because at 9:30, 10 o'clock at night, it felt like it was 7 o'clock in the evening. So that was nice to wear a sleep mask because it helped me get to sleep a little sooner or help me sleep in the morning without the sun coming through the curtains first thing in the morning. These next two things on the list, I had them with me, but didn't actually think I was going to need them or even use them in Alaska. And that's because we went to Vegas first before flying to Seattle and then cruising out of Seattle to Alaska. So, number 6 on my list is a bathing suit. Yep, I didn't actually do any swimming in Alaska, but I did do some swimming on the cruise ship. Now, a lot of people don't have in their mind, let's go swimming when we're going on an Alaskan cruise. But on the cruise ship, they have heated swimming pools, and one of the swimming pool areas was enclosed. They had the roof closed, and it was like almost 80 degrees in there every day. So it was a nice, comfortable temperature to do some swimming in there. Plus, I even got to take advantage of the aromatherapy spa pool. So it was really nice to have my swimsuit with me and just relax on the cruise ship. And number 7 on the list that I didn't think I was going to need was a pair of shorts. I had my shorts with me just because we went to Vegas prior to flying to Seattle because it was 115 degrees in Vegas. Now, let me add to that shorts and flip flops. I didn't know I was going to need shorts and flip flops on an Alaskan cruise. And if I hadn't gone to Vegas first, I probably wouldn't have had them with me. I did look up the weather, and the weather was 55 to 75 on average. And I thought that's a comfortable temperature. I'll most likely wear my jeans every day. And I pretty much did wear my jeans most of the time. And I did even have in some of my vlogs where I was saying that I was wearing my jeans out at port and I wish I had worn my shorts because I was so hot. I did remember to wear my shorts when we went to Skagway one day, and I believe it actually got to 81 degrees that day. So that was not something I was anticipating. And that was kind of like a happy accident. So definitely when they say pack layers, pack layers. Make sure that you are bringing shorts, even in the summer months, because it can get to 80 degrees in the summer months. So definitely make sure that you are packing layers. Okay, so those are my 7 surprising things that I didn't think I was going to need on my Alaskan cruise. Now, I told you I had 5 more things, essential things that you should always bring on an Alaskan cruise. I'm going to run through this pretty fast here for you. If you have any questions, leave me a comment below. I would love to hear from you. Also, if you're needing a little bit of help getting ready and packing, I have a packing list for you. It's in the description, so check that out. All right, so number 1, you don't want to forget this, binoculars. Never forget your binoculars. When you're going on an Alaskan cruise, this is a bucket list item. Make sure that you're bringing your binoculars because there is so much wildlife to see, especially in some of those summer months of June, July, and August. You definitely want to make sure you're bringing your binoculars. We saw all kinds of bears, seals, uh, whales, obviously. So definitely make sure that you're bringing your binoculars. I brought some, and I wish I had spent a little bit more money on my binoculars than what I had. They were still pretty good binoculars, but I wish I had splurged and bought some really good binoculars. So that's just me. And number two is a camera. And if you're bringing your camera, don't do what I did and forget your SD card. So I only got pictures from my cell phone. Now, cell phones are still really good cameras. So if you're wanting to bring your camera, bring your camera. There's so many gorgeous views and beautiful photo opportunities everywhere. Number three is an umbrella or a raincoat. We had an umbrella with us just in case, but we mostly just used our raincoats. Now, it is the rainiest time is going to be around, and we're somewhere around June, but July and September are going to be your rainiest times. We got pretty lucky that we didn't have a whole lot of rain that we ran into, but there were some days in Ketchikan that we did catch some rain. Kind of corny. Sorry about that. And I made sure to just wear my rain jacket, and everything was great. It was drizzly and rainy on us several days, but just wearing our rain jackets, we were pretty much good to go. But wearing any kind of rain gear, make sure you have rain gear with you or an umbrella or anything like that. Always make sure you have rain gear. All right. Number 4 and 5 are kind of together. And this is what I said before, pack in layers. Number 4, hiking pants. Now, these are the hiking pants that I wore when I was in Alaska. I didn't get a chance to really do any good hikes because, like I said, I didn't have any mosquito repellent when I was there. But if you're going on a hike, make sure that you're not only wearing hiking pants, good pants, but long sleeve shirt as well. I wore these pants several times when I was in Alaska, and I noticed some of the tour guides were also wearing the exact same hiking pants that I was wearing. I really like these pants. I got them from Amazon. The link is in the description below if you want to take a look. The last thing on the list, regardless if you're hiking or not, make sure that you have a good pair of sturdy shoes, and it really is helpful if they're waterproof shoes. I bought me a pair of waterproof hiking shoes, loved them. I didn't get a chance to really use them as far as hiking too much, but they were great shoes, and when it rained, they were really good and helpful. Kept my feet dry, but they were very sturdy shoes, and as you see, when I was climbing the rocks and whatnot, they were really sturdy, and I really enjoyed having these shoes. These were great shoes. I also found these on Amazon as well. So definitely make sure that you are packing in layers and bringing you a good pair of sturdy shoes for any kind of walking and hiking that you may be doing when you're at the ports. If any questions for me, please feel free to leave me a comment. This is a bucket list cruise for so many people, and you want to make sure that you ask as many questions and you do as much research as possible. So I would love to hear your questions. Keep them coming, and definitely make sure you check out that packing list in the description. Bye for now.